Welcome to another episode of Foltz Fine Art. Today I'm going to show you a painting called Turquoise Wild. Now I've done a kind of a preliminary sketch up on the canvas to kind of speed things up, and as you can see I already painted it turquoise. Kind of trying to speed things up a little bit. So anyways, let's get going here. I'm going to do a few things here. And basically, it's just like a little bit of a pour to get the pattern going. But I want to stay within this area. I have these planned patterns, so we need to kind of stay within these. They're also, color-coded, white, black, and so on. So anyways, let's see if we can get this thing rock and rolling here. Thing that's bad. Let's go, baby. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit of black paint in this little juice cup. Ooh, see how thick that is? Let's see. That's pretty good. I'm going to open up another jar because I think this one's a little bit dried out. So we'll just sit this over here for now. Make sure you shake your paints up good. Okay. There we go. That's better. White paint. Let's go a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we go. And I'll keep it there handy in case I need it again. Then we're going to get our white paint. Man, this lid's tight. Like me, I'm tight. I'm tightwad. Anyways, there's white paint. Let's fill it about a third of the way up. A little clump fell in there, and that's why we're putting it in here. That's why we're pouring this in here. Sometimes these paints have clumps on them. We're going to break that up. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my old trusty Paint Easy, which is basically Wagner. It's made by Wagner, and it helps your your paint stuff come out easy, and it's a nice conditioner. We're just going to pour a little bit, not a whole lot, just a little bit. That little bit of conditioner is going to help your paint flow a little bit more. And let it extend a little longer. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my brush, use the back end of it, and I'm just going to stir this up. Get that Wagner fluid to mix in with that paint. Mix it a lot because you want that to really get in there and mix and break up the little chunks that you saw go in there. Mix it really good. You don't want it floating or... There, I just felt a piece. See that little piece right there? I'm going to get it out of there actually. Just wipe it down here with my rag. Okay, and then we do the same thing as the black. Get that stuff. You can see it's just kind of floating on top. I'm going to mix it up and make sure it goes in there. You want to feel a little resistance. That way you know that paint's mixed up really good. If it's too fluid, fluid-like, then you want to keep mixing it. Yeah, see, it's starting to get a little bit of resistance. Oh, there's a chunk. Can you see that chunk? I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, I'm actually going to add a little bit more black paint to this because I think it's a little too thin. There we go. And I'll mix that up some more. There we go. I feel a little bit of resistance there. And we know it's mixed up and there's not even real big chunks or something there floating around. There we go. Got our stuff ready. Okay, so this is kind of like a little bit of a pour deal. I have these patterns done here. Let's go ahead and start with black. Now I like this right here. Let's pour a little bit here in this spot. Just kind of fill out the edge a little bit like this. Follow your pattern as best as you can. It's going to flow out a little bit, and that's what you kind of want because you want a nice natural flow out. And then start pouring into the center. Just like that. See that? Move it around. Okay, and then we got another one over here, another black one over here. Just kind of follow that line. we go, just fill in that area. Okay, then we got another block over here. Just kind of follow your line the best you can. It's going to flow out past some of your line that you drew, but that's okay. You just made it there for kind of a pattern. There's no perfect science to this, guys. You just got to kind of feel it and know where it's at. Okay, so there's another black big piece right here. But let's finish this little piece off, just in case we have to mix some more up. Okay, so we see that little edge there. All right, that's looking cool. Ooh. So it's kind of controlled. It's a little bit more controlled than if you just drip it on there and let it do its own thing. I mean, I'm having to control this. So it's not like a dirty pour or anything like that, or a liquid kind of thing. It's a little bit more controlled, and it's drawn out and planned out. Now, I have this long piece here. Hopefully we'll have enough in here, but we'll see. If not, we'll mix up some more, no biggie. We just want a nice natural shape. We don't want a force shape. We just kind of, we'll force it a little bit with the brush to get it to move around, but basically, oops, see, it kind of got jumped together there. That's okay. Just clean that up a little bit with some water. Maybe. Looks like I made a big booby there. We'll fix that with some paint in a while here. Okay, so anyways, let me use a little bit more black. I need more black in here. You always fix your little accidents, no biggie. I used to freak out really bad about it. Now, not so much. Matter of fact, we'll just kind of fill that really good. Fill that in really good. Okay. Now we're going to get a little bit of a round brush and just kind of move it around. Fill it all in. See how natural that looks? Same thing over here. We'll just kind of go towards the edge. We might even pour over the edge. We don't care. Look at that. There we go. Just kind of follow that line out. There we go. Isn't that crazy cool? Got those nice little flows there of energy. Just building this little peanut shape here. Kind of extend it out. And it'll, you know, it's probably going to fill in some of that empty spaces, but that's okay. Let it do what it wants to do. That was dangerous. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. Let's see what happens when we start getting the whites in there, so if we get those patterns to flow out like we want them to. Okay, we got one more up here. There we go. Kind of looks like kind of cow patches. They're kind of cool. Let me rinse the brush out a little bit. Don't want it gray in there. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing with the white. Just kind of follow your drawing. There's a nice little white piece down here. Okay, I think I can move that around to where I need it. Let's get this corner over here because it has a pretty good sized corner. Yeah, some of this is going to come off, drizzle off the edge a little bit, no biggie. These are messy. Take care of this little painted edge here. Those of you who like turquoise and stuff like that, that's why I created this piece, because it has this really nice turquoise feel to it. And we got one more corner over there. I don't know if I have enough room here. Let's make a little bit more room. Okay. Let's start over here. You might even have to connect that one because it looks like it's been connected. I'm going to extend it down a little bit. And there you have that. I think that's pretty good. So that's the cool pattern that I'm after, really. I'm going to move it around a little bit. Make sure it gets to these edges. Cover up all my lettering there. And I want a nice, flow. I'm going to leave some of the turquoise showing. There we go, kind of draw into that thing. Push it out a little. Look at that, isn't that cool? And that little blubber that we messed up, we're going to wait till it dries completely before we mess with that. Not a big deal. Just know when to not mess with it. Don't mess with it when you're trying to paint the painting on film. That always turns into disasters. Oh, that just looks so cool. I'm liking that. Just gonna thin this out just a little bit more. Okay, then we're gonna get this corner. Like I said, just let it drip. You want to cover all the turquoise, like I said, show it as much as you can to make it fluidy. Is that alright? Is that a word? Huh. It's just like fluidity or whatever. Okay. This one kind of kissed over here, but that's okay. We don't mind. There's no super pattern we have to follow. It's more of a motion out of your body. It's just a feeling. Oh, beautiful. I think that one over there is a little tight. I need to move it around a little bit. Perfect. I'm liking that. You know, I'm going to move this black down a little more too. I want it to come to this edge a little bit more. And then I'm going to push this out just a little bit more. Let that shape to extend a little bit more. Like I said, push down, I'll put pressure to push it out. It's already kind of setting up already. It's where we want it. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching Turquoise Wild. Peace out.